Ah. Whiplash is directed by Damien Chazelle and it stars Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. This film is the story of a young drummer who dreams of greatness. He attends a prestigious music conservatory and he has the opportunity to join the jazz band of the top instructor at the school. However, he soon finds out that this instructor will stop at nothing to realize his student's potential, and that the cost for the greatness that he seeks may indeed be a high one. Now, this film is the tale of two previously underrated actors. I say previously because I think that after this film, no one will underrate these guys ever again. Now, beginning with Miles Teller, he hasn't really done much to impress in his career so far. He's played some side characters in a few movies, and often they're insignificant players. But he is the lead in this film, and he does a fantastic job. He absolutely took control of this role. Even better, he can actually play the drums. He's been playing from a young age, and while he did still need some professional training and assistance for this film, it definitely makes his portrayal very believable. Often, the problem with movies about music is that you hire an actor that can't actually play an instrument. And then anytime there's a performance on screen, it takes you out of it because you know that they're just faking it. That's not a problem in this film because it was shot very well and they hired an actor that could actually do the work. Miles Teller is fantastic as this determined student who subjects himself to absolute torture in order to try and achieve greatness. That said, the absolute star of the show is J.K. Simmons as the tyrannical instructor Terrence Fletcher. Now, Simmons has had a long and storied career. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in so many television shows and movies. I was thinking back to all the previous times I had seen him, and I've always liked him as an actor, but I've never seen him take on a role this demanding. But Simmons gives the performance of a lifetime. He is fantastic as this manipulative and driven man who will smile in your face one minute and be screaming in it the next. His intensity is electrifying, and even in the moments where his character is quiet and subdued, he is still an incredibly formidable presence. He was excellent in this film, and I think his performance is absolutely Oscar-worthy. Now, while the drama between these two characters absolutely make the story, the directing was also excellent. Chazelle is a musician himself and actually drew on his own experience with a domineering instructor when he wrote the story. On top of that, the whole tone and look of this film is great. And in particularly, I loved how he used imagery during the performance sequences. Instead of just setting up a couple of different camera angles of the performers and letting it ride, as so many directors do, he actually intercut those scenes with images of the music and the instruments and the individual notes on the page, all these different elements that he put together to intensify those sequences. And it worked perfectly, and I found those scenes very satisfying. But the big payoff is the finale, and it was amazing. I mean, this is a unique experience, and I absolutely walked out of the film knowing immediately that I had seen one of the best films of the year. A 5 out of 5. This film absolutely blew me away. It was a fantastic ride from beginning to end, and I enjoyed every minute of it. This is a must-see movie, which is a bit difficult because it started in limited release and then had a staggered release throughout the US. It took a very long time to get to me, and then it's already gone in my area. So, if by some miracle this is still playing near you, then stop whatever you're doing and go and see it. And if you haven't, then mark your calendar for February because I think that's when it comes out for rent. This is one that everybody should see. It's just that good. So, have you seen Whiplash? What did you think? Leave a comment below and let's talk about it. And as always, click right here if you like what you see and subscribe to even more of me.